Welcome to the Applied Aikido channel. This is Elliot. In today's video, we're going to be looking at training martial arts like an economist. Some people might be watching this and thinking, what the heck is he talking about? You know, what does money and martial arts have to do with each other? Other people are like, ooh, he's going to teach me how to train martial arts cheaper. Not really. I'm going to teach you how to train martial arts more efficiently by using economic concepts in your martial arts training. We're going to be specifically relating two terms from kind of Econ 101. These terms are opportunity cost, which a lot of people have probably heard of, as well as kind of marginal thinking, or doing things in the margins. The first thing I want to talk about is how these kind of economic training, how it relates to training, especially martial arts like Aikido, right? This is an Aikido channel, theoretically. And I want to be looking at how training things like Aikido or Wing Chun or martial arts that are often kind of on the fringe, how we can apply these kind of economic thinking to training those martial arts. The first thing we're going to get into is this opportunity cost idea, right? So in martial arts, there's a lot of argument, especially in kind of more fringe martial arts, like as in not judo, Muay Thai, wrestling, boxing, and BJJ, the common ones you see in MMA and stuff. You'll see people talking about how, like, well, there are valuable concepts in karate, or there are valuable concepts in Aikido, or there are valuable concepts in, purple mongoose kung fu. And the truth is, yeah, there are always valuable concepts in a martial art. There's always something you're going to get out of a martial art, right? At the very least, you're like getting some physical exercise. You're moving around. That's better than just sitting on your butt and binging Netflix. But what we have to look at is we have to look at the opportunity cost of training a martial art. And this is a concept that I think some people get. I don't know that they're necessarily economists or they understand it as an economical term, but they do understand this concept as a greater idea, right? And that is that, you don't get the same level of training doing, say, like Wing Chun necessarily as you do doing Muay Thai. I'm not trying to rag on Wing Chun. I've met some really cool Wing Chun guys, actually. But what I do want to discuss is this idea of what are you getting out of your martial arts. So to that, we look at the definition of opportunity cost, right? Opportunity cost is what do I have to give up in order to get this. So if I want to say, I think the classic example it's used in like every college class is the idea of going to college, right? If I'm going to college, going to college costs me money, but it also costs me opportunities because I'm not entering the workforce as early as other people, right? Some people could just learn a trade. And so I could be giving up a lot by going to college in hopes of earning more money later on because I didn't go into like a trade or just kind of go straight into an entry-level job. So I'm giving up career advancement for a college degree. And if we translate this into martial arts, what we see is, you can get valuable concepts out of training Aikido. You can get valuable concepts out of training, Muay Thai. But what did you, obviously you get valuable concepts out of training Muay Thai. But what did I give up in order to gain those, right? So say I do like 6 months of Aikido training, and yeah, I learned how to, move fluidly. I got good concepts of fluid movement. I got a few good, wrist locks and, hip throws. I got some decent techniques. But in that same period of training Aikido, say I had been training 6 months of Muay Thai, what would I have gotten out of those 6 months of Muay Thai? Well, I would have gotten a lot of really good, fundamentals. I probably would have gotten some similar movement training, maybe not as much movement training as Aikido. I probably would have learned some similar concepts, maybe not to the degree as in Aikido, but I would have learned how to hit really well, right? I would have learned how to, really good basic techniques, teeps, low kicks. A lot of the stuff I would have learned from Muay Thai, I probably, may actually outweigh the value of what I got in Aikido. So even if you're trying to make an argument that X, Y, or Z martial art still has good concepts, you have to be looking at, what were the concepts that I gave up to get those, right? So yeah, Aikido has good concepts, but if I just train Aikido, I don't train any Muay Thai, what am I giving up in order to gain these Aikido concepts, and was it really worth it? So that's where we're kind of looking at these ideas of opportunity cost as they relate to martial arts training. The second concept I want to go over is this kind of marginal thinking, right? Analyzing things in the margins. Again, this often comes in the economic form of analyzing what you're losing in sales, right? By like maybe not doing a like a flash sale, right? Or maybe not doing a clearance sale, maybe doing something like that, right? Oftentimes you see clearance sales and you're thinking, well, how are these people making money off of these clearance sales? Well, in reality, what it is they're doing a clearance sale because they're gonna lose money, and they might as well sell these, clothing items or whatever for cheap rather than nothing at all, right? That's kind of marginal thinking, and we can translate this into martial arts and say, okay, yes, even if we've done all of the opportunity costs. I'm sorry, the sun suddenly decided to turn me into a Twilight style vampire. I'm sparkling now. Um, anyhow, what we're giving up when it comes to training Aikido versus training Muay Thai, we might balance all of this kind of opportunity cost, and we might decide that, yeah, it's actually better to train Muay Thai, right? So we'll just do that and we'll forget Aikido. But then we start looking in the margins, right? Well, should I only train Muay Thai? What if I can train a little bit of Aikido? Or what if I'm training Muay Thai and Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, but I can fit in some Aikido training? So one of my favorite ways to get training and styles kind of outside the more mainstream ones, right? Like, so mostly I train Jiu Jitsu and boxing and stuff. Um, One of my favorite ways to train those styles is often in seminars, right? So say I have a weekend. I wasn't going to do anything on that weekend. I was probably going to sit on my butt and watch Netflix, right? But then this weekend, well, hey, there's an Aikido seminar this weekend. There's nothing else to do. I'm not cutting into my jiu-jitsu training schedule by going to this Aikido seminar. So by going to this Aikido seminar, that's better than nothing, right? I'm either getting some training in Aikido or no training in martial arts at all. So why not go to this Aikido seminar, right? That's kind of marginal thinking when it comes to training styles outside of maybe the most mainstream, most efficient styles to train. The other thing to think about is, say I train Muay Thai really hard, right? And I train Muay Thai like 3 nights a week. And, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm going to Muay Thai classes. But then, Tuesday, Thursday, I'm too beat up from Muay Thai. I can't go and do like, I can't go and do something intense. I can't do 5 nights a week of Muay Thai. Maybe it's just, too much strain on my body. Maybe I'm sparring really hard and I'm getting beat up. Well, rather than, again, just sitting on my butt and doing Netflix and nothing else, why not train some Aikido, right? Like, do something that's lower impact. Aikido training is pretty low impact. Tai Chi training is pretty low impact. And yeah, it might not have the same exact value as training something like Muay Thai. But what it will give me is it will give me extra martial arts training where I would have gotten no martial arts training at all because I was too physically beat up. And now by doing something more low impact like Aikido or Tai Chi, I can still gain extra martial arts training where I would have had none before. So those are kind of two concepts, when it comes to thinking like an economist, that will help you be more efficient in your martial arts training and help kind of make an argument for, how you should train martial arts, what different martial arts you should do. And you should really weigh the first thing is really, weigh what you're giving up. If I want to be able to kick people really hard, this is obviously an extreme example, but I want to be able to kick people really hard, and I opt to do, Aikido classes 4 nights a week and, not do Muay Thai, well, I've given up quite a bit then because I'm not going to be able to learn to kick people really hard doing Aikido. Obviously, that's an extreme example, but you want to weigh, what do I want to get out of my martial arts training versus what will I get if I do this, or what will I lose if I do this, but instead of doing this other martial art. But then you also have to think in the margins. Think about, is it completely useless to ever train Aikido at all? Is it completely useless to ever train, Wing Chun at all? And the answer is not really, especially if you're doing it in these kind of scenarios where you weren't going to be training at all anyhow, right? Either you were too physically exhausted to do another like Muay Thai class, or it's a weekend class and your school doesn't offer weekend classes, your Muay Thai school doesn't offer weekend classes, or you were just going to be sitting on your butt anyhow, go to a seminar or go to a weekend class at another school, something like that. Or early morning classes, right? Maybe you don't have any early morning Muay Thai classes, but before you go to work you could pop in on a Tai Chi or an Aikido or a Wing Chun type class. And those are just some kind of, so yeah, just things to think about when it comes to doing martial arts like an economist.